Here's what we're going to find out. A little raise your hand poll today. If you're watching KVJ TV on YouTube or KVJShow.com, you'll know who's answering yes by the people that are raising their hand. Otherwise, you're not going to know who's saying yes to what. I'll tell you how many. I'm not going to tell you who specifically. That's all you're going to get out of me. Okay, so if this applies to anybody on the show, you got to raise up your hand, okay? All right, here we go. First one. You ever use a safe word? And that means there's like some kind of like bondage, 50 Shades Darker kind of stuff going on where...
Well, you don't always have to have bondage to have a safe word, Kev.
Tell us more about what you do on the weekend.
What all would you use the safe word for, Jaybird?
I mean...
Explain to me.
Hot food.
Okay, so you're in the act of...
Hot chocolate
foreplay.
Sauce is being poured on his nether regions,
All
Kevin.
right,
Close your eyes. You can almost see it.
And you're seriously in pain. You want them to know, and it's like, okay, safe words like llama.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Butterscotch balls.
That's a long one to use, Virginia. You probably want to make it more condensed.
Too many syllables.
Fudge nuts?
Okay, raise your hand. Have you ever used a safe word?
Like in the history of life, you're just ever.
Yeah, for those things, yes. Have you
For
ever?
those things.
Yes.
Not in here on the radio being silly going, safe word is llama.
Yes. Has anyone ever taken it to that level?
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom. That they needed to make sure that they had themselves a safe word. Go on ahead and raise your hand.
And was it llama?
Applies to you. And that will be a question we ask. If somebody does raise their hand on the After the Show podcast, we will find out what that safe word was. Okay, raise your hand right now. Anybody?
Oh. Yeah. Thank you.
Only one person really reluctantly raised their hand.
Almost lied.
Really reluctantly. They were like, whoa, I know I don't want to go into this a little bit more later, but they will have to.
No, they have to.
They will have to.
If they don't, we'll find the girl.
All right, shut up.
Okay, raise your hand if the answer would be yes, or if this applies to you. Our next one here in the raise your hand poll. Have you ever smoked pot at work?
I mean, I kind of feel like this one's loaded.
I mean, these are loaded questions.
Wait, do remotes count?
Yeah, if you're
Anything where
working,
you
if
get
you're
paid.
on the clock. Yeah,
Right,
if it is where you're working. Wow, 3 out of 4.
Work, not at work.
Okay, whoa, okay, boy, a lot of it. Just even people walking by are raising their hands
Oh,
here.
this whole wing should have their hands
Yeah.
out. This whole wing should be raising the roof.
Wow, that's a lot of people there. Okay. All right. Next up here, do you own more than one adult toy or an accoutrement that you would use in the bedroom? If you have more than one, you need to raise your hand right now. That would include you or your partner. It would be something of mutual use. Okay, does anybody here have more than one? Raise your hand. Okay.
Do scented jellies count?
Great question,
The
dude.
shoes or the lotion? Denny's, if you have jellies, the shoes, I just look at you totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I won't have that. It's actually something that would be
Gotcha.
Okay,
It hums. It purrs.
Purrs
All right.
like a kitten.
Is someone raising their hand?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Is somebody raising their hand?
Is somebody being reluctant again?
No. Is somebody...
One person
Someone raised
raised
their
their
hand. I'm just making sure. They were very sheepish.
What?
Sheepish.
Yeah, one person.
I just wanted to
Raise their
see-
hand on that one. More than one adult
Wait,
toy.
who raised their hand?
You have to look at the... Do you not know how the game works?
I've been looking. I didn't see a hand.
Pay attention, because you're too busy worrying about me and zapping me the whole...
No, I was picturing Denny's and jellies.
Okay. You'll find out all about that later, Virginia. Okay, who it was.
Attention.
All right, next up. Raise your hand if you've ever tried to light your farts on fire. Okay. Have you ever tried to light one of your own farts? Fun little game, but it is dangerous, so don't try this at home.
I got questions.
Okay, all right. 2 people on the show have. 50% of us have done that fun little game. And finally, here in the Raise Your Hand poll, have you ever worn a costume to act out a private sexual fantasy?
You better.
Why are you
raise.
sighing? I could hear that. I mean, that's not giving. It's just you audibly, clearly sighed into your microphone. Why is that?
Because I know it's. Because I just know how this works. I just know.
Wait, what do you mean? You know, what is this?
This is the
what do you mean
witch.
this?
It's the witch.
How this works?
Because
what is this?
no matter what, she's on me like flies on a rib roast, and it's annoying.